All right, we got it and done. Peaceful greetings to y'all. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey here in Morocco and Northwest Mexico. How are you? Guys, like to welcome you to our 7-day tropic medical astro weather report. All right, and we're going to go in from the 14th December 2023. I thought I already had this open. Maybe I didn't. 2023 until the 20th, right? So from the, let me make sure I got this right, 14th December 2023 to the 20th December 2023, all right? So with that being said, let me go and share the screen here and show you what we're going into today. All right, so we're here at our 7 Hill Star Astro Calendar from March Aries 2023 to February Pisces 2024. Quote, time never was when man was not. And we are quoting Al-Hajj Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali during religious corporate activity, being Prophet Noble Drew Ali. All right, got it, and co-host, all right? So with that being said, we are going to go for this moon cycle here. All right, this particular moon cycle has the fire sign Sagittarius, all right, the archer or hunter, anciently and contemporarily ruled by Jupiter, and the earth sign Capricorn, the sea goat, right? But some would just say Capricorn the goat, right? Just I couldn't have a goat with a fish's tail. Maybe I should have photoshopped that. Right? Anciently and contemporarily ruled by Saturn, all right? And we're going in from the 14th to the 20th, as you guys see there. We have 3 different transits for the 14th. For the 15th, we have 4 testimonies to give there. Moon goes void, of course, for an hour and 53 minutes after being conjunct Pluto. For the 16th there, we have 4 transits, all righty. And for the 17th, we have 3 transits, and Moon goes void, of course, for 7 hours and 55 minutes. After that solar lunar sextile. Remember, moon void, of course, is buyer's remorse. So make sure you're making no major decisions or major transactions during a moon void, of course. Do the major decisions and major transactions either before or after the void, of course, moon time. Then we see on the 18th, we have 5 testimonies there that I will be giving. Then on the 19th, first quarter moon here. All righty. It's interesting too, which means, you know, after that sextile, you know, that new moon that happened yesterday. Right, new moon happened yesterday, and then we got the Mercury retrograde today, just 7 minutes after 200 hours. Right, but anywho, first quarter moon, boom shakalaka. All right, on the 19th, and we have 4 testimonies right there. Right, and 1 lunar ingress, all right, into Aries after an hour and 43-minute void, of course. All right, and then on the 20th, we'll finish out with lunar square Mercury. All right, so let me make sure I have everything here, right? Guys, remember, make sure you schedule your Mirror Astro Literacy session with I, Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey. I look forward to you guys learning astrology by analyzing your own natal chart. It's not hard. It's very easy. I make it very simple and to the point. Yes, giving you full disclosure. Yes, it's 3 hours. Don't say you don't have time. Or, you know, maybe I have to look at that like, do you really love yourself? Like, that's kind of how I would have to look at it, because this is one of the most phenomenal things. Knowing the astrology, seeing how it works in your life and how you can actually plan your day. You can actually plan months and years in advance and really, you know, make a decision to strategically, you know, evolve your natal chart by looking at the energies of every day for yourself and saying like, okay, well, I think that I can actually make this happen for myself here. You know what I'm saying? So I trust that you guys will be able to enjoy that, right? So with that being said, I'm going to stop the screen share here, and we're going to go right into this. All righty. So we have in sunrise here at 22 degrees, Sag, 14 minutes, of course, where the sunrise is taking place for the 14th December 2023 at 0700 hours, 23 minutes and 7 seconds. Of course, the sun is ruling over the 8th house along with the moon there. All right. And so just for this morning, I would just, you know, would say, you know, for when you wake up next day for the 14th, you know, just allow yourself to make sure you're being realistic with yourself. You may have some fascination and denial. It's something you ultimately have to come face to face with. However, at the end of the day, allow the structure of some thoughts that may be new to you, right? Make sure you can take those thoughts, they may be foreign, seemingly different. Allow that to be able to help you to reformulate and restructure how you go about doing things, either for that day or for the month or so that's ahead. All right. So, with that being said, we have a lunar mercurial conjunction that is actually happening, I think 46 minutes approximately after midnight, right? So let's see what we have there. Let's actually hit this. And it should let us know for the 14th December 2023 at 0000 hours, 46 minutes and 28 seconds. We have that lunar mercurial conjunction happening at 8 degrees. Look at that. And it's very interesting too, because we know Mercury went retrograde at 7 minutes after 2 a.m. today, right? Station retrograde, right? At 8 degrees, 29 minutes. So this is just 4 minutes within the retrograde, right? Here at 8 degrees. So for me, it's like, guys, hey, when it comes to really your subconscious mind and things that you want to communicate, it's probably something pertaining to how secure you feel about your own psychology, maybe your own outlook and perspective pertaining to family, as well as those values pertaining to the way you would like to have your household being ran, so to speak. And with that, I'm going to yield the floor as we move to a sextile with Venus, right? And as we're looking at this sextile with Venus happening at 5:55 a.m., approximately to be exact, 0500 hours, 54 minutes, and 49 seconds, right? And so we see that we have Luna here in Capricorn in the second, Venus here in Scorpio, alrighty, in the 12th. So in the second and the 12th, I know they're 3 houses away. So underlying communication, I see that we can have, when it comes to the health of the relationship and our own self-values, there's a possibility that we're looking for a means to really make ourselves at home and how we're restructuring those values, especially when it comes to the health in the relationship. Maybe there's some things pertaining to the health and relationship that's really changing about how we go about things, giving us a change of heart also, and maybe some things we probably thought we couldn't be confident in. So maybe the health of the relationship is boosting our confidence, upping our values in a way where we feel a little out of place with those values, but we're able to make some real amazing sudden changes and really find the beauty in having closure about ourselves due to possibly the compliments that come from the one you're with, right? That status in the relationship, especially when it comes to the bedroom health. There's some values there where conversations, even in the bedroom, will really lead to a self-esteem boost. All righty. So love one another. All right. With that, have fun with loving one another. You might add some comedy into that. Maybe that's what you're doing. You know what I mean? Maybe that's the energy that culminated the night before, right? And then we have a lunar Uranian trine after that, approximately at 2000 hours, honestly. So it's at 1900 hours, 59 minutes and 36 seconds to be exact. And we see Luna here at 19 degrees Capricorn, 51 minutes in the 6th house. And Uranus, of course, is there, 19 degrees Taurus, 51 minutes. Retrograde there in the 10th. I know we're using the Regiomontanus house system. So with that being said, what I can clearly see happening here, guys, we're just having a really good balanced time, right? When it comes to our everyday work and how creative we are, not only in our daily routine and what we do at work, but to really boost our career and make the sudden changes necessary. Maybe even for those of you that may experience some type of promotion, possibly, for this particular day. It'll be sincerely based on the balance that you're actually bringing, not only to, your daily routine, but it's being noticed by your peers, either by your colleagues or those that you work with. And what you're able to do is possibly, especially if you're someone who works in broadcasting, I think there's an award that will be given, or there's some type of recognition that will actually take place, maybe from the people that you actually work with. Or maybe if this is someone who's going into retirement, is this a retirement party? And you're going to have some fun, either planning that retirement or people are being very generous about you. So this is either retirement or promotion. Either way, enjoy yourselves when experiencing this, right? And so now we're moving forward to the next solar ascendant conjunction here. All right. For the 15th. December 2023. All right, sunrise is taking place at 0700 hours, 23 minutes, and 50 seconds at 23 degrees. Sagittarius, 15 minutes. All right. And with that being said, you know what I can do here is something else for myself. I'm looking at that as 23 degrees, giving off that Aquarian energy. Very interesting to see. This is where I see the sudden changes in how ones are speaking about their joining forces, joining energies, or joint account. Joint finances or joint account type energies. This is where I think we can, probably artistically, see some beauty in maybe some things that's being said about finances and how the finances are being brought in. Maybe you're someone who is looking forward to actually setting yourself to be able to maybe do some type of presentation via the internet, right? Sharing information or things of that nature. Maybe you plan on doing it early. Maybe you're trying to find a way to just, kick into gear to make sure that these things can happen. Maybe a little bit of fascination and denial, but you have to face being able to bring forth, maybe sharing some things via the internet, right? Maybe there's a humanitarian message that may come to you guys' ears on this particular morning, all right? So the first transit for this particular day is lunar Neptunian sextile, right? So here we have a growth opportunity between how we handle our home spirituality, right? So with this lunar Neptunian sextile that's happening before sunrise, what we're at home focusing on spiritually, so to speak. In other words, we're doing some breath exercises. Alrighty, and we're seeing when it comes to the third and fourth house where this is taking place within this Regiomontanus chart. I'll just say that we're able to thoroughly allow ourselves to, really see the essential things we get out of really taking our time to meditate, really going within, allowing Akashic downloads to happen, to further have possession pertaining to the control in our own minds. And with that, I'm going to yield the floor. Luna's going to conjunct Pluto. All righty. Luna's going to conjunct Pluto after this transit takes place. And this is going to be about 3 minutes after. And, Luna goes for the course for about an hour, 53 minutes after this here. So Luna and Pluto conjunct here in the 12th. Guys, when it comes to, isolating yourself, like this isolation will be definitely and thoroughly motivating, where what you can do is be able to kind of cocoon yourself in your thoughts and be able to turn that thought caterpillar into a beautiful and insightful butterfly. All right. So allow your thinking to be based in really seeing what you can get out of edifying, yourself from things that you've studied, maybe some information that was shared with you. Maybe you're allowing some type of break from electronics, possibly. Maybe something pertaining to astrology has opened your mind pertaining to the metaphysics that you would like to be able to now guide your life about, because now you have some closure on some things that you once believed in, but now no longer are allowing yourself to have just belief. And then Luna goes for the course, like I said, for that hour and 53 minutes, and then it will ingress Aquarius. So here, where Luna is ingressing Aquarius, we see that when you're home sharing some things and being one who really has a dream to kind of, get a bit of values from those that are your peers, or when it comes to your career, you're able to really set some things in order to thoroughly secure your spot in, being one who pours out information, maybe being seen as one that people actually come to as a resource or as a help. This is someone who is probably ministering to the people, or the people are really giving their gratitude and sharing with others, how well it is that you have helped them in transforming their lives and being able to move forward when it comes to how they are disciplining themselves. All right, it's like a dream come true, some people may say in that testimony about you. All right, and then we have Luna and Jupiter giving their quartile there, right? And so for this Lunar Jupiterian quartile, again, this is, stimulating something between home, higher learning, and spirituality. So, you may be studying something and you're finding that you're getting some type of stimulation pertaining to metaphysics. So now you're finding yourself in these psychological ashrams where it's just like you're kind of going within and you're in like a deep state of, possibly like a deep state of nirvana, where you're just really enjoying going in on the thoughts that you're thinking. Luna's there in Aquarius, 5 degrees 58 minutes in the 5th house. So, when it comes to your self-expression and changing that self-expression, it's very inward, so to speak, because that sudden change is coming from the fact that you're not doing something outwardly. You're just actually sitting still there while thoroughly stimulating a certain creativity within your own lessons that you've learned. And now you're finding a way to not only, be creative, but you're also kind of, rebelling against some things that you grew up, doing. So in that growth and what you're doing, do not be afraid to let that inner child come out for yourself in order for that excitement. So as you're going and analyzing these things, you're finding a new love for yourself. All right. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? So I yield the floor there. We're moving right along to our next solar ascendant conjunction termed sunrise, right? And that sunrise on the 16th is taking place at about 25 minutes after 7 to be exact, 0700 hours, 24 minutes, and 32 seconds. Sunrise taking place at 24 degrees. Maybe some things hidden here, really about how you go about probably analyzing some obligation you need to complete. May need some clarity, may need a little bit more information to help get that goal met. All right. Or maybe you're someone who has to give a little more information so that those that you're interacting with and you have to interact with comprehend fully the goal that needs to be accomplished, right? And so after sunrise, about 33 minutes after noon, we should have Luna and Venus quartile, right? It's a lunar Venusian square. Venus here is at 14 degrees, of course, and that's in Scorpio. Scorpio, of course, is Aquarius, 14 degrees, 11 minutes where the moon is within Aquarius, then still within the 11th house, right? So we're clearly seeing that these are about 5 houses away. So there's an underlying self-expression, creativity, love, sex, dating, so to speak, possibly also. Luna does pretty well in the 7th house, has accidental dignity, even though she's out of place, so to speak, while in Scorpio. So here, this is where one may be actually, dangling love as a carrot, so to speak, but it's probably in good fun. So maybe there's some games that couples are playing and it actually leads to, probably sharing some emotions and some feelings that will really kind of transform the status of the relationship. So I got a feeling here too that this may be something where somebody may spring up like a surprise engagement, so to speak. That's very possible. I would wait for that, engagement. Maybe you're just practicing about it. Maybe you guys are just entertaining the thought, but make the actual engagement happen, so to speak. Well, if it's happening during this Mercury retrograde, it will be based on a continuation. So that's not that bad. I would just still say wait to propose if you're doing that. Wait till after the 20th January 2024. But if you are going to do it now, just know that it's based on the continuation of something that was already discussed, or maybe this is the party, the engagement party, actually. So if you guys are having fun with it at this engagement party, this is great. So that way you can have some of these couples games that happen, or different games that would be in harmony with that couples party. I know you're thinking to yourself, like, what do you mean? Why would you say games? That's just kind of what I see. You know what I mean? Self-expression, fun, creativity. So I think somebody's, being able to like use love as like a carrot, like, okay, you got to get this, some type of, engagement pinata maybe held up or something. And then the people are, having fun, just whacking away at that. You know what I mean? to knock out all the candy or whatever, or transform the structure of that pinata to be able to have it open. Anyway, with that being said, we have Luna sextile Mars next, right? And with a lunar sextile Mars, man, we're just really looking at a way of actively changing home, right? Or well, not necessarily changing home, but actively having an opportunity probably to actually renovate home. I won't say change, but Luna's there in Aquarius, of course, 16 degrees, 11 minutes. Mars is at 16 degrees, 11 minutes in Sag. So this is between the 7th and the 8th house. So, hey, couples, make sure you speak. Say what you need to say. There's something subconsciously brewing, especially when it you kind of can feel it in your bones down to your ankles. Make sure whatever it is that you're communicating, that you may think may be foreign when you share it, even though it may be, a bit global in perspective as far as, you and your loved one isn't, used to doing what you're about to say. But what I think will actually happen here is a means for you to actually put a little jump start boost, so to speak, into the relationship by incorporating some things that are a little different than normally experienced. So you guys have some fun tastefully with that. Make sure you express fully what your intentions are, right? So then Luna is square Uranus. All right. So I think here what's being stimulated is a means to really change, your thinking, change your subconscious thinking, right? Really, what is underlying your motivations, right? What is the dictates of your soul? What's dictating your soul to move how it moves? Well, it seems like when it comes to your daily routine, I think you're finding balance in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if you're looking at pets or you're considering getting some type of pet, but I think that's what's actually happening. And then you're finding a way to be able to have this pet in the house. You feel that it will bring some balance to the home. Or maybe you're thinking about getting rid of a pet. I'm trusting that that's not what it is. Or maybe there's this sudden change or adoption. Someone has to give their pet to someone else to be able to be cared for. And it's fine. This will work out because whomever that particular animal goes to, they will be well taken care of, because the people who are getting their hands on this particular pet to babysit them, pet sit them, so to speak, they want to do this. They think they're going to really have some fun, and it might bring some joy to them as well. So that's where that balance will be expressed, all right? And then we have a solar Neptunian quartile, right? So we have a solar Neptunian quartile that's taking place next. And that is taking place at about 43 minutes after 2200 hours, 2200 hours, 43 minutes to be exact, for the 16th December 2020. Right? We have the sun here, 24 degrees Sagittarius, 55 minutes. Then we have Neptune here, 24 degrees Pisces, 55 minutes. This is happening between the 4th and the 7th houses. So these are 4 houses away. It's interesting. I wonder if someone's mother's mother, right? So your grandmother, your matrilineal grandmother, this may be a celebration for her. I don't know if it's her solar return or maybe here some way, shape, or form. Maybe one is visiting grandma. Maybe she's someone who is at hospice. Maybe you're going to take her there, or maybe you guys have to assist grandma in being able to, get up and get out and walk. Maybe you guys decide to walk with her, do some exercise. Maybe you decide to go to a track, warm, get yourselves dressed up warmly, and then let's go for a walk, grandma, so we can keep you out of the hospital. This is the way we're going to be able to care for you and then take care of you by getting you up on your feet. And we're all going to walk together, right? To sit here to promote, you being encouraged to go and exercise. All right. So with that being said, guys, we're going to move on to the 17th now, right? And the sun is conjunct the ascendant on the 17th. At 25 degrees Sagittarius, 17 minutes, right? At 0700 hours, 25 minutes and 10 seconds where that's taking place. So here, guys, we can have, a take charge perspective, right? We're going to gore the situation. It means, charge it like a ram or a bull. And what we're actually taking charge of is a means to, maybe we have a trip planned. So we're definitely want to take that trip. And it's probably a trip that we're planning as a group, if not a couple. And we're going to really allow ourselves to really just go into our imagination. You know what I mean? Get rid of the fascination and denial. Maybe it's a cruise and you're afraid of water. And you're like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get over this fear of water or being on a boat. No, I never done it before, so let me just, get it over with, right? So that's how I see that there. Now, before sunrise, we have a solar lunar sextile that's taking place, right? Growth and opportunity between one's creativity and the home. So are you thinking of doing some decorating inside the home, maybe some design? Is there a party that's taking place? Right. So the solar lunar sextiles having a 25 degrees 16 minutes respectively, Sagittarius and Aquarius, right? Luna's there in the second house, and the sun is there in the first. Luna's in the whole sign third, but since we're looking at, and pardon me, it's the Regiomontanus second, not the Placidus, forgive me, Regiomontanus second, even though it's the whole sign third. This is where I say that the people find value in really communicating about the things they would like to do if they could travel to places that they've always thought of as far away from home, right? Then Luna is for about 7 hours 55 minutes. Luna's going to be void of course after this, right? So Luna void of course, Moon void of course is buyer's remove, so make sure you make all your transactions on the 16th, right? Because you don't want to be able to you don't want to transact for anything from between 7:03 a.m. Eastern, 7:03 anti-meridian Eastern, as you can see here, 7:03:24, 0700 hours, 3 minutes 24 seconds, until about 2:58, right? Luna's going to ingress Pisces at 14:58, 1400 hours, 58 minutes. That's when Luna ingresses Pisces. And with that being said, guys, what we can clearly see here with Luna ingressing Pisces here, this is taking place in the second house. So guys, bring your spiritual values to mind, or what subconsciously you're going to find some things that take place. You may have a dream that will be very life-changing. It may give you an idea where you find a means to possibly share it even with your loved one. And this may be something that you and your loved one can really bring to fruition, especially if you just immediately start working on the designs by the divine inspiration that you got in some dream and or vision. Luna is going to be conjunct Saturn after making this, this ingress into. Let me make sure I got this right. Oh, forgive me. I'm all the way in November. Forgive me, guys. I hit the previous button. Let me take that back and look for that Pisces, that Luna in Pisces. So forgive me there. That's interesting if it'll be there. Okay, Luna ingress Pisces in the 10th. So with that being said, this is where I'm going to say this is where we may have a bit of closure when it comes to our career. All righty, there may be some people getting hired. All righty, there may be a mass hiring at your job, or maybe you're someone who's managing the new team coming on. So that last one on Luna in Pisces, forgive me, that was from the month prior. This is what it is for the 17th. So if you're someone who's thinking on, building your team or anything like that, so to speak, this is where you can actually do it. I think the people having closure about that, they will be very excited, and you can move forward on whatever projects or initiatives that the group needs to work on. All right. So with that being said, now we're moving on, right, to Luna conjunct Saturn next, right? About 1800 hours, 32 minutes, 1800 hours, 31 minutes, 37 seconds for the 17th December 2023. Luna and Saturn are conjunct there in the 8th house. So yeah, guys, when it comes to fulfilling some type of obligation, some type of debt, being able to, allowing ourselves to graduate, maybe change how we relate to people, being able to find the values and how we relate to people, that will definitely happen in really analyzing the spiritual foundation and structure that beings have in common. And that way we'll be able to see, how do we actually get along? Do we have unity in mind? And that's will be what is going to take place, that unity in mind. However, is going to be based on the spirit that people are in. In other words, what's the breath motivate for them? What's their motivation? What gets their breathing cyclically going, right? what gets it going in a cycle, as I'm saying here. All right. So next we have the solar Jupiterian sextile after the sunrise, though. That's happening after the sunrise. So the sunrise is taking place about 26 degrees, Sagittarius, 19 minutes. That's what we have here, guys. So I really think that this will be very special. I think some type of aha moment. Somebody's going to have, some clarity on some concept, and they finally going to grasp that concept and really get the value out. It's going to be a rich concept that they're going to be able to comprehend. And with Luna there in Pisces and the sun there in the first in Sagittarius, technically both those signs are square to each other. However, that's going to bring a stimulation to get rid of some type of fascination and denial on some topic, and now being able to really meet wholeheartedly, right, in the heart with no problem, be able to meet in the heart and merge together the fascination and denial and the seeming force, but now willingness to be able to merge with concepts that were previously not understood or comprehended. So now that comprehension can thrive flawlessly. All right, Luna sextile Jupiter. With that being said, we know that that's taking place 49 minutes after midnight for the 18th December 2023, 49 minutes, 10 seconds to be exact. Luna and Jupiter sextile at 5 degrees, 52 minutes. Luna's in Pisces in the 5th, Jupiter's in Taurus, retrograde in the 8th. These are 4 away from one another. So under as this home energy, guys, you can expand the home, right? Maybe there's some spiritual value you like to bring to the home. So you're thinking about putting an altar somewhere in your house. Think about maybe, I don't know, maybe you're thinking about candles. Maybe you're thinking about a room that you can have strictly for meditation, so you can be able to find a way to end certain energies that you were thinking about, right? As far as the moon is concerned, but it's a way for you to be spiritually creative and be able to have some closure and make some endings, right? And with that being said, this is where you'll be able to, really creatively expand your value spiritually by, building that room or completing that room, or maybe that one piece of furniture that you think will add to your meditation. So Luna sextile Mercury after that, of course, right? Pardon me. 20 minutes after 100 hours, 20 minutes, 22 seconds after 100 hours. So Luna's there and Mercury's there, right? Luna's still in the 5th, 6 degrees, Pisces, 11 minutes in the 5th. Mercury, 6 degrees, 11 minutes, retrograde, still in Capricorn. However, it's in the 3rd, right? So 3rd and 5th, interesting. May have to tell somebody, and be open about how you feel, right? So this is where, communicating the love, right? This is the beginning. So if there's a crush, someone you've been talking to, someone you've been dating, I think here is where what's going to be reworked here, because this is Mercury within this retrograde zone. I think what's going to be reworked here is the structure of the communication, so that there can be there can be a even level in the love relationship pertaining to how feelings are expressed, right? How it is decided how the love language, so to speak, is going to be expressed, especially when it comes to respecting the spiritual foundation, especially with relationships nowadays, right? We can do what it is that we need to do. So just wanted to kind of just express that, right? Make sure you just allowing yourself to be really creative in that and just say what you feel. Be completely honest, say what you feel, right? Jupiter and Mercury, they're trine, right? Mercury trine Jupiter, and this is taking place. Mercury's here in the 12th, so we're able to, maybe we're communicating in a serving fashion. Maybe we're finding a way to communicate and to be able to serve, in a disciplined fashion, right? Maybe it's a spiritual message, right? Spiritual message. You know, maybe this is going to be a way to help to creatively change the structure of how people, you know, take that energy within. And what's very interesting about that energy, what's going to happen, is going to make them really be able to change their heart. But the change of heart will definitely come from a foreign concept being shared, and with that being in harmony with Jupiter actually here in Taurus, while they're both retrograde, this is a means to thoroughly expand one's self-esteem, right? When it comes to being secure, this is something where people can thoroughly have closure, and something that, you know, made them insecure, and they no longer have to be victim to that. So use that energy in that fashion. Luna trine Venus here. That's what I got next, right? The people have a free flow with you know, things that they possess, maybe their values. So it's happening at 16 degrees, 56 minutes. All right. This is happening in the eighth and fourth house. They're 5 houses from each other. So here, I really think there's going to be appreciation for mothers, or mothers going to be appreciating their children. And this is going to actually happen in a way where, and maybe this is a baby shower of some sort, possibly. But I really see a lot of gifts here, and maybe here in this gift, maybe this is something that the children done. Maybe the children were creative and made something for mother, and they utilize a means to do some type of artwork, and they stayed busy about it. And maybe you recognize, hey, my baby's really good at what they did in making me this. Maybe we can turn this into an online business. So I kind of see that taking place there. Also, right? Being able to see what the posterity has inherited, and then you're moving forward with that, right? Luna's quartile Mars. And with that, Lunar Martian quartile, right? Guys, what we can do here is really be able to just let's challenge ourselves in being able to really see how we can merge our ideas with our loved ones, and be, you know, very creative in how we're going to isolate. All righty. How are we really going to isolate being creative with our loved ones in that fashion? How can we really allow ourselves to do that so that we don't feel like we are not being ourselves and we're going out of our way to be direct, you know, about that which we're seeking to thoroughly, you know, challenge ourselves to isolate? It's like, man, let me really see how I can really merge these ideas and what they're saying, and let's really put it together. So, you know, when it comes to relationships or relatives, I think instituting that for the sake of showing that merging those energies and those ideas can really bring about a different kind of fruit and result than previously observed. And that way you guys can have some fun, right? So let's finish this on out, guys, because then I got to go, right? Make sure you schedule your Mirror Astro Literacy sessions with Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey. You guys, you know, you can email 7heelstar@gmail.com, right? We want to get you guys to do it a lot more direct, right? Don't forget to donate, guys. Be yourselves and donate. Make sure you guys definitely be yourselves and donate, right? I'll just keep doing it the way that I'm doing it here. I was looking for another resource. I'm just going to move straight on. So we at about 27 degrees Sagittarius. So with that being said, guys, I think what will be best is communicate, right? Say, you know, ask questions about that which you don't comprehend. All right. If you don't comprehend it, just ask questions and be very straight to the point with your questions and your concepts, right? So with that being said, let me go to, I knock these last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out, right? Have a bit of a class to get to. All right, guys. So with that being said, no, forgive me. Let's do previous. All right. So, hey, people, the sudden changes is going to make here. There's some shock value you want to give. You really have that opportunity to do so. All right. don't be afraid, right? Especially at work. So make sure you can be able to communicate, so your ideas can be utilized at work to make those sudden changes, right? Luna there in the 6th in Pisces, Uranus there in the 8th retrograde in Taurus. They're both at 19 degrees, 43 minutes, all right? So now what we're looking to also, boom, here we go. Looking for the 19th, right? At 7 minutes and 11 seconds at the 0900 hours. Hey guys, this is where the people come together to really express, hey man, we want to come together, and this is the things that we would like to see. This is the things that we're bringing to the table, and we like to move forward. However, I think what needs to really happen is either people find a way to be hospitable about it. Maybe this is a group activity where people want to spiritually serve the people. Maybe this is a group that wants to do a yoga business of some sort. That's like how they want to go about getting their finances. So this is a means to maybe set up a meeting, right? Or maybe this is a meeting taking place here that can thoroughly analyze how ones are going to go about doing their yoga business. That's just an example of the energy. Solar lunar quartile taking place here, right? Yes. I hit the enter button by mistake. Okay. Right. Solar lunar quartile. There we go. Right. 19th December. Make sure I got that correct. Right. 19th December on the solar lunar quartile. Happened about 1300 hours, 39 minutes, guys. For here, this is where I will say, hey, people, don't be afraid to be creative. Allow that creativity to flow. I know this is between 8th and 12th houses. They're 5 houses apart. But, allow someone to color in that which you've outlined, right? Let someone else fill their ideas with what you have provided a canvas to, and it will come out beautifully. You'll be surprised if you just allow yourself to trust those that would like to add to your vision. All righty. And about 1600 hours, 3 minutes and 10 seconds, Luna's going void of course. It's about for an hour and 43 minutes, Luna will be void of course. And so here, guys, don't be afraid. Make those transformations necessary. You've done a lot of collecting. You've done a lot in making sure you comprehend what it is that those that you relate to, whether they're relatives or an immediate loved one, you've done enough collecting to know, like, okay, this is what I'm going to do to be able to transform all this information that I've gathered and be able to really share something from my heart. And I don't think that my loved ones will get it, but this might be where you actually present some type of movie that you've put together, or maybe some type of slideshow that you're sharing with your loved ones. And it's going to be able to show how you're moving in the direction of your soul's goal, while also probably expressing a bit of a lesson that you've learned from experience to be able to communicate that which you feel you need to kind of express, so you can get it off your chest, right? So you can move on to your next creative project. So after that hour and 43 minutes, void of course, that Luna will be at about 1700 hours, 46 minutes and 28 seconds. Luna's ingressing Aries in the 10th house. So here, guys, allow yourself to be very pointed about, what it is that you're going to go about. If you want to be able to use this energy to care for the home, or you want to be able to take this energy, you may get some bit of inspiration in this moment where you're like, you know what? I have this idea, and with this particular idea, what I would like to do is, be able to, maybe start cleaning people's homes, right? I want to start my cleaning service. Okay, you want to start your cleaning service? That's fine. Not a problem at all, because here, you can be able to begin putting together, I think, your portfolio, or maybe there's some advertisement of some sort that you're going to, be able to share. If it's dealing, with, getting all the final things that you need for, maybe you're willing to advertise it on the internet. And so you had to gather everything that would be valuable enough for you to be able to get your first so-called client. All right. Luna, right, will be square Mercury after this sunrise. That's next, happening at about 28 degrees Sag. So here, guys, make yourself, be a little more relaxed. Maybe you need to be grateful and thankful before you rise on up out the bed. Or maybe that's what you do today. Be grateful and thankful for the things that you have, so that you can find a newness, almost a global newness in that which you've always had around you, and you find a new use for it. Or you may find a new use for something that you've always had, and you're going to be thoroughly appreciative that you can have that concept in mind about it. And finally, the lunar mercurial quartile taking place prior to this sunrise on the 20th of December, 2023. With that being said, guys, where this is taking place, Luna's there in the sixth house. Alrighty, so if you're managing at work, you know what I'm saying, or maybe you're answering an email pertaining to work because you're in charge of a certain project, I think what will be best for you here is to make sure that you are effectively communicating the terms and conditions. Right? What is the structure of what it is that you have to respond to in this email, so you can be able to better secure your position in what's being communicated, to make sure there is no confusion. Alrighty, especially on the part of making sure everyone is really comprehending the fine print and or whatever the goal is pertaining to the endeavor at hand. And with that, guys, I yield the floor. Thank you all so much for joining me, Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey. Guys, you will see in the, hey, there we go. You guys will see in a bit, when I go to do the description, you guys will see the CashApp in there. Make sure you guys do what you do and donate, right? Be yourselves and donate. You guys will see me a lot more too on TikTok and Instagram, going live and tandem there. Like I said, guys, we need financing. We need it bad. Never before have we needed finances badly as we do at present. Quoting Al-Hajj Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali. Remember, everything that we're doing here, it's community based. So you guys, it takes donations, right? Like I just saw Young Sheldon, I think it was season 4, episode 9. And the president of the college, she was like, this whole institution runs off of donations, right? And grants. So that's what we look forward to from you guys. I know I'm being more vocal about it than ever before. However, I think I just at a point, 9 years of study and about 7-ish years of really sharing online. I think I'm gonna be a little more vocal because we got a lot of material out there. We got a lot of different classes that you guys can get from me. Also, all you have to do is just reach out to me and I'll make sure you have exactly what it is you need, because we've made print products. As you guys are familiar, we have the very first astrology coloring book and the AstroCore, so don't forget about that. Make sure you make your order of our print literature. And remember, we have classes archived also that you guys can gain access to, provided you give the eleemosynary tuition. And with that, guys, I love you all. Make sure you go and eat good, right? And eat healthily. When you go to rest and recharge well. This is where I say to you all, love you all. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, 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 y'all. Peace and love. Peace. And everybody who was ever in the chat, if you was, guys, like I'm not monitoring.